we move to the 1800s. And speaking of French settlements, the Diocese of Montreal created this week.
Yeah, French Canada, I guess, is the theme. That was the base of operations for Marquette and Joliet. And today, the largest city in French Canada is Montreal. And as you say, that city became the seat of a diocese this week in 1836. Now, that seems relatively late for the province of Quebec because it was founded back in 1608, but Montreal is fairly close to Quebec, and that was the capital of French Canada throughout the colonial period. So Quebec was the diocese, and Montreal didn't get a diocese until later. The explorer Jacques Cartier, sailing through the St. Lawrence River in 1535, discovered the site of the future city. He named the rise of land nearby Montreal, the Royal Mountain. An organization was formed to create a settlement that would be the headquarters for evangelizing Indigenous Canadians. And the Society of Notre Dame de Montreal purchased the land of Montreal in 1640, and 2 years later, the settlement of Ville Marie, Marystown, was founded. Two women were instrumental in the early years of the city. In 1645, Jeanne Mance founded the Hôtel Dieu, that's the first hospital in Montreal. And then St. Marguerite Bourgeois arrived in 1653. She would soon form the Congregation of Notre Dame de Montreal, and the mother house of those sisters is still there in Montreal. From the start, the colonists of Quebec were accompanied by priests of the Society of St. Sulpice, and Sulpician fathers came to serve Montreal as well. In 1678, the parish of Notre Dame was founded. The magnificent Basilica of Notre Dame is one of Montreal's most famous buildings.
Hmm.
On May 13th, this week in 1836, Montreal was separated from Quebec and made its own diocese. Jean Jacques Lartigue was its first bishop. In 1886, it was made an archdiocese. And today, there are almost 2 million Catholics in the Archdiocese of Montreal, which had its start this week in 1836.